I just saying like, can you use Slack skill and create a rocket with short takeoff and then looping back? Actually, it turned out to be this one. Let me drop that into Discord. That creating by GPT-5.1 using the Slack skill. This week is like the middle of week, so there's not much new feature, but we will focus on the demo, and also I am going to introducing a bit like some like intermediate update and so on. So the first one is so just few minutes ago the entire internet was down because of the Cloudflare system issue. So this is the major outage. It's happening. I think I've seen around like midday of UTC, and then it's happened. So we are also having impacted by few hours by this one, but all way is back now. So that is, you see like the entire internet is quite fragile, right? A few weeks ago we have Amazon Web Service and Azure, and right now Cloudflare. So yeah, but it is what it is. We are back, so you can have it, have fun with that. All right. The second one I would like to share is we have GPT-5 series available in AgenticFlow. So basically, what it means by this model is that actually I announcing in our Discord channel, but I just recap in here. So this is a model that the latest from ChatGPT. Oops. Let me copy this image. Paste here. So this model is kind of like going to spend different time based on the task. So it will kind of like thinking whether it's going to invest further time. It depends on complexity. So majority of the time it's going to spend very less on the token per response. So it's going to be faster and respond okay. But for some of the case that it's going to spend much more in complex problem solving skill. So it's going to also allow you to set the thinking time as well, whether you would like to make it like try out hard and so on. So we have that config available. So later we will introducing that to you so that you can also try. So how you set to this model is also quite straightforward. So it's going to be available in the PixelML component, and then you just run down and you find GPT-5.1 and GPT-5.1 Codex and Codex Mini. So maybe let me show everyone like where we are exactly on this one. So we can search for this one. So this is the artificial analysis AI, and this one is actually going to showing where everything is at the moment, and you will see that the 5.1, which is the latest model, is scoring around 70 score, and it's actually better than the previous 5, and also even higher than the 5 Codex. And if you are looking into the 5, and let's just do 5 high and 5 medium. So as you can see, so OpenAI is still taking over the top 3 and also the 5 medium as well. And also just a few moments ago, we are also having a new Gemini 3 Pro preview. That's just taking the top leaderboard, I think just a few hours ago. So tomorrow during the working hour, we will start to adding the Gemini Pro preview so that you can also try to play around with that. Okay. So maybe just here, so the Gemini 3 Pro preview still be available on November 19th. So that is the EJ that we have. So that is quite interesting. So we have a lot of like new model drop in a couple of days. Even like it's not the main release week for us, but for this one, we only want to make it as latest as possible. So I would like to show with everyone on this part. All right. So let's move on. What else? Okay. So there's one other thing that I would like to share with everyone is, we have an announcement to make. So as you know that we have on AppSumo, right? On AgenticFlow. If you search for AgenticFlow, then you see that we have been sold now. And I think thanks for everyone. So we have a great success on this campaign, and we are back for a short period of time in Black Friday. What I would like to announce is AgenticFlow is come back to AppSumo for a short brief on Black Friday. All right. So for the details, it's going to be I'll share with you via email in next couple of days. But basically, what I would like to quickly brief to everyone that the new is that tier 5 is available. So this is designed for power user or AI agency that you are doing some kinds of like production workload and you need more credit and also more flexibility and so on. So this is going to be a new tier that we will available on AppSumo, and we will coming back so by the end of the week. So if you would like to explore further, so just stay tuned for the information that we're having. And just in case that you haven't got chance to do some of the reviews and yeah, this one, then please help to us some of the review in this will be really helpful for us to put on this one. Okay, so I will just drop this one into the group. If you have a chance, please help to leave some review because this is helpful to us. All right, that's it on the promotion on this one. Let's maybe move on to something more interesting. All right, so this week is actually going to show you the two demo. So one of the demo is a travel planner skill demo, and second one is a recommendation creator skill demo. But before moving into this detail of like the skill demo, let me open Anthropic, the latest blog post. Anthropic, Anthropic is actually just releasing a new blog post that related to Claude and also how skill comparing to prompt, project, MCP, and sub-agent. So I just have a read on this one, and it is quite interesting the way that Anthropic is structure skill. So skill are an increasingly powerful tool to creating custom AI workflow and agent, but where they fit in the stack and they explain how to use and when. So they are using, they give you what is skill. I suggest that you watch this video again. And also they are, you choose skill and its idea for organizational workflow, like brand guideline, compliance procedure, and produce, document template or domain expertise, for example, like Excel formula, PDF, and so on, and personalized preference, like note-taking system, coding pattern, and research method. And they give some of the example and give you some prompt as well. And also they will answering like to the question like when you should creating a skill. So I think they having so I think they have an answer for that. Wait, what is sub-agent? What is MCP? Okay, so they have a very good table on this one. So I will copy this table because it's going to be very relevant to we are doing. Okay, so let's on this one, they put here when to use skill prompt. All right, so they put it in a way that skill is procedure knowledge. So for example, like an SOP, and it's going to be available on cross conversation or cross agent. It containing instruction, code, and asset, and it can be using dynamically when it needed. So it means your agent is going to only reading the instruction when it necessary. It doesn't filling the context of the agent with all of the instruction. It is best for specialized expertise to do some part. For system prompt, where we are currently using in our system, is actually suitable for quick requests, which is a moment-to-moment instruction. So simple instruction like the customer support chat, then you should using system prompt for this. For project, sub-agent, and MCP, I think for project and sub-agent, we kind of like not covering this here. But for MCP, it is for tool use, and I think everyone is already well aware about how to use this one already. So skill is a latest concept that Anthropic is and Claude is really pushing forward. And what we are making it available that AgenticFlow can use skill. And because you can use skill with not only with Claude model, but you can also using with GPT-5 or even with the latest GPT-5.1, you can also using skill. So later I'm going to demonstrate to you how I will test the ability of some of the model that using skill, and that is quite an interesting experiment that I think you can also have fun with that. So, but firstly, I'm going to play the video, which is prepared by Suren and our go-to-market team. So they released this agent, and this demonstrates how it's skill working. And also we will have the agent JSON file and also the skill details that we can share with you later. All right. Yeah, but before moving into this one, let me check on Discord and also on YouTube if you have any question. Okay. All right. I think on Discord, we don't have any question. Let me check on this one on YouTube. Okay. No as well. So let's move on. So the first one, travel planner skill demo. Let me click on this one and let me play this video.
Hello everyone. So today I'm going to demonstrate to you a new agent we have created using AgenticFlow. So what this agent does is it basically outputs an itinerary based on the user's prompt. So all the user has to do is tell the agent where he's going, how many days, and what is his budget. And then the agent will follow a structured template to create an itinerary for the client. So how this is done is using a skill I have added to this agent. So this is based on our new skills feature. So let me just show you the skill. The skill is basically a Markdown file, which tells the agent what to do. And this file is portable. It can be added to any agent. It doesn't have to be this one. And also for this agent, I can add other skills if I needed to do other things other than travel planning, just by going into what the skills I have uploaded to my AI drive, as you can see. But just for this demonstration, I will use this travel planner skill. So my system prompt basically tells the agent to follow, use this skill and then create an itinerary for me. So without further ado, let me demonstrate this to you. So I'll just create a new chat. So I'll tell the agent, plan a trip for me to via Busan with a budget of, let's say, $200 a day from 1st December to 6th December. Then maybe I just tell it I am interested in nature and culture as well as food. Yeah. And let's see what it has for me. So as you can see, it is processing, and then it just called the skill reader, which basically utilizes this skill to create an itinerary for me. So as you can see, very quickly it has created this itinerary based on the specifications I've given it. So the dates, duration, budget, and then what I'm interested in. So as you can see, it has planned for me neatly based on the time, which I've specified in the skill. And it has also kept to my budget. So yeah, just let it generate, and it will basically give you a checklist as well as a budget summary and all that. So thank you everyone for watching.
So that is the very brief demo of the travel agent skill. So let me go into the AgenticFlow and then see what is inside of this one. So we have a travel planner here. So let me click on edit agent. So in this agent that you will see that on the left hand side, that is a normal system prompt that have in here. So let me click on this one. So if you can see, this is the friendly agent. This is doing the collect travel preference, and it always invoke and following travel planner skill and doing some of the tasks that we identify. As you can see, the system prompt is quite brief, and it doesn't necessarily to be really long actually, because every detailed instruction for the expert travel planner, we already equip that in a travel planner skill already. So let me create a new chat, but instead of this one, let me try to using another latest model, which is we just have GPT-5.1, and then I will just using this model, and I'm click confirm, I click save, I will say. So it's going to think it's starting to read the skill reader. All right. So it's a little bit different, right? So the demo that Suren will put in the Loom video, it doesn't include thinking. So with this one, the GPT-5.1 is actually doing some thinking, and it's even reading the skill.md to understand what is inside, but it's still asking me to destination, daytime, budget, and so on. So I think say like Tokyo for Sakura in 2026, trip for me and my wife, pick the best time of the year. All right, so let's see what it come back with. All right, so that is how you are triggering a skill in this one. So in order for us to take a look into the details, so let's click on the skill folder in the AI drive, and let's open the skill folder. Click on this travel planner, and also click on the skill.md and see what have been discussing. So the purpose is to create detailed travel itinerary with daily schedule, restaurant recommendation, and blah. So when to use this skill to do this one, and it's including some of the date, duration, budget, travel style with day and time, and evening in this one. So let me come back to my agent. It doesn't look like my agent is fully finished in this one yet. Okay, so follow your skill. Let's help me to design the best tour. Follow. It's asking me some of the question. Alright, a lot of things on this one. Cheap length, are you okay? I agree with whatever you said. Do it. Lazy typing. So it's starting to create my trip that following the template format that we specify in the skill travel planner. So it's starting with destination, date, time, budget, and also go on each of the day. Like day 1 arrival, go to Shinjuku, and starting to go into day 2 and morning arrival, and so on. So that is quite interesting to see on this one. So you can have a skill that you can create, and you can equip that to any of the agent that you are having without having to type this skill over and over again. Alright, I think the streaming is so fast, so it's having frozen on my computer. So maybe let me refresh this page. Sometimes I just open a lot of tab on this one, and it's causing some of the freezing on my side. Alright, it finished. Let's review. So it's quite long. Okay. So I think that is quite okay. So that's the demonstration of very easy of the travel planner skill that you are currently have. So I'm going to drop this one into Discord and just enter. And to answer to the question from Anton, that skill come from Claude but can be used with any model. The answer is yes. So we are AgenticFlow, and we make it available for all of the model that we are currently have in our system. So what I just demonstrate to you is to have GPT-5.1 to using a travel planner skill, just like Claude, and also help me to create a trip in here. And interestingly is that if we are enabling that file system and we are adding some more tool to it, for example, like Google Search, I add for you the plugin Google Search and the file system. Can you help to validate the pricing of the attraction and hotel? Then write the plan to a file. This was saying this Google search require connection, but I don't have it yet. So I need to have it, this one, and fix it. And I save, and I will do it again. So let me copy this file, and I will continue. Wow. Okay. So it's starting to conduct nice searches with top K, which is 3 results, and it's asking me for different questions, like this hotel, Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden, admission 3. Okay. What the second one is Tokyo building. Alright, that's interesting. I think GPT 5.1 is quite strong at navigating this one. So it's easily conducting nice search very easily. And then it's starting to design, and also it not design that it needs more information like Skytree and doing more Google search as well. So I have a very good feeling about GPT 5.1. Because at least I think it followed the instruction quite well when I'm asking it to using Google search and also starting to do some of the work. It also remember what is the plan that it had been created before in order to validate the information with that. And it's fast as well, as you can see. So right now what I'm asking it starting to respond to the streaming token almost immediately. There's no latency. So it have make me a feeling of like using Gemini Flash 2.0 or 2.5 Flash, which is quite impressive with this model. Alright, you can see. So this is the way that this model is doing. It's searching 9 different query. Shinjuku, Tokyo Metropolitan Building, Skytree ticket, hack open air museum, and blah. And then it will search for Skytree sightseeing cruise. Okay, even it booked for me a cruise. and Tenzan Onsen Hakone Admission. And finally, it creating a Tokyo Sakura Initiary 2026.md. It's interesting. Let me go into my AI drive and I'm going to search for Tokyo. So this is Tokyo. Let's download this file. Okay. The file should have been downloaded already, but we need to open it. Okay. It's not so well formatting, but anyway, so it's showing the strip, it including all of the information with the details that I have, and even like have the details in here. So this is an MD file. I think you can preview this with any Google Docs or anything else, but I think I'm just not going to go through that today. Alright, so that is the first one on the travel planner skill demo. And I saw based on the existing agent from Suren, actually what I'm doing is I just do some improvement with the new model like GPT-5.1, and also I added a new plugin, Google Search, and just instruct it to use, and I enable the file system so that it outputting the plan into a file, which is MD. And we can even having another skill, for example, add this one, and we have some skill like skill.pdf. So it's going to create a PDF on this one. But for this one, I'm not sure if it's working well or not. We'll have to see, and let's see. But anyway, let's give it a try, because I think this skill was there for a while, but we didn't test. Hey, I add for you a new skill PDF. Can you render the above file to PDF using this skill? There's one thing. Because of the skill PDF, if you go into the details when you add it into the skill, you will see that it having some script in here. Oh, it doesn't have the script in here. So I think this skill is kind of lack of information. So I don't think if the script is empty, I don't think it's going to work. So maybe I have to skip that one. But later I will update this PDF skill, and I just want you to remember that, because some of the special skill like PDF or PowerPoint and so on, they are actually requiring some code execution tool in order to producing those material. So you will need to enable this one and this one in order to ensure these skill can be executable. For now, because the PDF is lacking of the file, so I have no choice. I will just drop this for now. Alright, let me go back to Discord. If you have any question, you can just ask me. I see Scorpio is typing some of the question. It's interesting. Let me go to YouTube. The YouTube is not having the video on travel planner. Sorry about that, Rajat. I'm dropping the Loom video into YouTube so that you can watch that again. And later, when you are watching the recap, you can also having that again as well. Apologize for that. Okay. All right. I don't know why, but YouTube broadcasting might be not a good idea. We will have to check on this. Knowledge upload is not working now. I get an error when I try. For this one, I just tried yesterday. Just 12 hours ago. It's still working. But let's see, how can we do on this one. Alright, let me go to this one. Let me go into text. Let me create a new text format, like, planning 2026, Tokyo. And click next. I think I have the file. I will just upload here and I click next. The upload is failed. Alright, I think this should be a bug. We have to double check on this one. Yeah, thanks Scorpio. That makes sense. Let me text one, and Ricardo. So it looks like a bug that we currently having problem with uploading. Should be on the Cloudflare problem. Maybe there's something wrong with that. Yep. So thanks for letting us know. We record that. So tomorrow morning, my time, our team will fix that and we'll make it back as soon as possible. Yeah. All right. Let's move to the next one. So I would like to share is about a documentation creator skill demo. So this is also another skill agent that we create as an example. So let me play the second video. Okay. Just to let me stop share, and I will share the windows again one more time, and also share the system audio. Yes. Okay. So I share the system audio. So I think when I play that on people on YouTube should be able to hear. So let me play this video.
Hello everyone. So today I'm going to showcase to you this new agent we've created using AgenticFlow. So what this agent does is it basically utilizes our new skills feature to create technical documentation using a transcript. So what it does is it basically takes a transcript. It can be from a meeting, a video, or a podcast. And then it takes this transcript, reads it, and then converts it into professional documentation. So how it does this is by using a skill I've created. So this skill is basically a Markdown file telling the agent what to do. So let me show you the file. So this file is in my AI drive. This is basically the skill Markdown file, which basically tells the agent what to do when prompted. So this file is portable. It does not have to just work in this agent. It can be added to other agents just simply by turning this toggle on and then clicking the add button, add existing skill. And as you can see, as long as you have uploaded the skill onto your AI drive, you can see these skills here. And then you can give your agent new skills just by clicking the plus button. So as you can see, I only have one skill in my agent for this demonstration, which is the doc creator. So without further ado, let me just show you how this agent will work with this skill. So I have a transcript prepared. So this transcript is from our latest video. So I'll just copy, go back to my agent, and I'll just paste it here and tell it to generate documentation using this. So as you can see, it is a very long prompt with our transcript. So the agent has called the skill reader and the skill browser to activate the skill and do what it needs to do. So I also have a system prompt here. This system prompt basically tells the agent to utilize the skill. So as you can see, the agent has successfully created our documentation. So this documentation is professionally created with talking about the recursion limit, which is what is talked about in our video, troubleshooting, results, and all that. And on top of that, you can add in like a change log and all that manually. So that's all for this demonstration. Thank you everyone for watching.
So that is quite straightforward as well. But what I would like you to do, for example, the power of skill is about the portable. So when I'm creating a new skill, which is kind of like totally new, right? An empty agent with nothing. It's only like helpful assistant. There's no skill, no plugin, nothing. So normally I will have to copy and paste those information in, but it's kind of like duplicated. So some of the work that we want to do is actually having carry over between agent to agent. So with skill, what you can do is that you can just click add, and then you can using existing skill that you have been uploaded. For example, like the travel planner that you use, and second one is the doc creator that Suren just create. So I confirm. So immediately my agent is equipped with 2 new skill without I even have to modify the system prompt. So I just click save. I'm going to so I'm going to using 5.1. I click save and just say hey, what skill do you have? So it's search and it's having the doc creator and travel planner. Can you help me to create I do the Tokyo transcript already. So why don't we do the video of this one, right? So we can go here. So we can copy the transcript of Suren, and then we come back to our agent in here and say to use a doc create to apply for this transcript. It's quite long, right? And you see that I have no system prompt, that nothing, but I just click on this one. And let's see how this agent is doing. So it's kind of loop, right? We are asking an agent that's summarizing the transcript to explain about the transcript creation skill. So it's like a loop. Wow, there's a cat. So it's using doc creator. It's going to call the skill reader. So it understanding what is the description that we already create. And it start to do some reasoning in here. And it's starting to creating tutorial with docs. It transform into tutorial. All right. So it's quite nice, right? So using document creator agent in AgenticFlow, this agent demonstrate the text is get wrong. Okay. Skill. So prerequisites, you need to access to our platform. You have an AI drive. You have the transcript, and then you just configure the skill. Step number 1 is you need to open the doc creator skill file, which is this one. Okay. So I'm going to drop these 2 into Discord. So this is the very simple skill. It's going to do summarization based on the format that we specify in the skill, and it's output as a text, but we can asking the agent to writing as an MD file when we are enabled this file system, or we can using a PDF skill that performed by Anthropic. So this is a PDF skill. So let me add a new skill in here. I already have the PDF.zip. I just drag here. So this is a official PDF zip skill from Anthropic. I just upload it. So the question from Scorpio is the docs created in MD. What is the format? So MD is stand for Markdown, and this is very popular format, and you can convert it MD into Google Docs and also one of the for normal docs file, and even Google Drive also supporting .md file. You can just open an MD file in Google Docs and it's going to be open a docs. So right now, because the agent that we are having is only creating as a text, so you can creating any kinds of text file. You can ask it to create like .txt, .md, .json, or similar. That is just normal way of doing this. Okay. I think the upload is wrong. I think it should be having the same problem on Cloudflare like what we have. Unfortunately, we cannot demonstrate the upload new skill on this one. But yeah, so when we finishing the true episode on Cloudflare, I believe that we can also allow you to upload a new skill as a zip file. Yeah, so I hope that's answer to your question, Scorpio. And yeah, so as you can see, the agent which have no instruction, but because it can adding a new skill doc creator, then it actually can pass the unstructured transcript into a well-structured file like this one. And if we enable the file system, you can ask the agent to save it as a file, kind of like text file. It can be .md, it can be .txt, it can be .json, any kinds of text file format. It will not work with the binary file format. For example, like docx or pptx or PDF. For this, you will need a specified skill that going to execute code. These are a special skill that will need code execution to do. So what I just zipped to you is the PDF.zip is the creating a PDF file from text. I'm going to add you a new skill, which is docx, which is also another skill. So this one is also a skill that can transform any document into a docx document. For example, you can transform a MD file. I'm going to also share with you a new skill about the Excel, which is xlx.zip. This is only in the Discord, so you can upload this zip file as a new skill to the agent. Just simple, like go into skill, click add the new skill, and then drag the file and that I just add here and click upload. Yeah. But today I think the Cloudflare problem is causing the upload is having problem. But after we fix that, then you should be able to. All right. So that is the okay. Anyway, I will just chat this one and see how is it going. Okay. Yeah. So the agent just come back to me. All right. Anyway, so let me come back to this one. So we already go through the agenda for today. This is quite quick because it's the middle of the sprint. So we finished the travel planner. We finished the document creator and introducing about GPT-5.1 series, a sneak peek on Gemini 3 Pro preview, and also the AgenticFlow coming back to AppSumo. So the next one I'm going to like to open to you is a bit of like a sneak peek of one of the important aspects that I would like to show everyone. We are working on Chat V2, a better UX, UI and UX. Anticipatedly, by the end of the iteration, I should be able to demonstrate to you a new chat v2, which is better UI UX, and you will see the streaming of the token is much more smooth, and using the tool call and also other activity, for example, like inline citation and human in the loop, and so on. So those are going to be available when we making the chat v2 available. So the way that we are approaching it is we will announcing this one, and we will do the alpha test, allow you to switch on v2, and we will keep v1 and v2 in parallel. And when you are comfortable, or we find that the v2 is much more better, and then we will switch everyone over as a new default. And also we will keep v1 for a while until maybe somewhere end of December or something. Then if everything okay, we will start to move everyone over to the chat v2. But this is a new feature that we are working on, and it will take for some time on top of that. All right. So let me check on this one. So the agenda that I think is close to the final already. But what I would like to do is, for example, let's compare different model on how they perform on complex tasks. What I realize when I having the GPT-5.1 is that AgenticFlow is quite good in terms of like where we can compare between 5.1 and also the maybe high Sonnet 4.5, and maybe we do the Kimi K2 thinking. So because we still have a few minutes left, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a new skill, which is the skill of Slack GIF creation. Okay. So this is a good skill, and I'm going to using these three model and going to create GIF, and then we will see together then which model is creating the best GIF that possible and how they perform. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will copy this one. I'm going to AgenticFlow. I'm going to put a new agent. I just say GPT 5.1 and Slack GIF. I create this agent. I change nothing. I only go into skill. I click add. Using existing skill, which I already put, which is the Slack GIF creator. Oh, I think the UI is broken. So it causing some, this one is under the button. Okay, I need to go to AI Drive. Let me delete something that not make sense. Let me delete this one. Okay, the notebook LM, I think this doesn't make sense either. Let's delete this. Back to my agent. Edit. This is UI bug that we have to fix that. But anyway, so enable, uploaded. Okay. Slack GIF creator, confirm. So this is a kind of bland agent. I just add a skill. I just change that into the 5.1. I click confirm. Okay, so this is the first agent. Let's create a second agent. The second agent is going to be Sonnet 4.5. Let's create the news agent. Claude Sonnet 4.5, and we test its GIF skill and create. Will be similar. We only click, we add existing skill, which is Slack GIF, and confirm, and just choosing the Sonnet 4.5. Okay, this one, and then confirm. And then I need to remember that we need to enable the code execution, because this skill is actually having the code execution. Okay, same on the GPT-5 Slack, I need to enable code execution as well. Okay, so I'm going to do a third one, which is the third model that going to creating this this. Okay, it's going to be Kimi K2 thinking and Slack GIF skill. Let's create. I'm going to using Kimi K2 thinking. I think it should be here. Okay, let's using this one. Confirm and save. Adding the skill that we have. This one, confirm as well. And going to this one, enable, and save. All right, so we have three agents which is first one is Sonnet 4.5. Second one is the first one is GPT-5.1. The second is Sonnet. The third one is Kimi, which is having the same. So I'm going to give it a prompt so that we will observe like which agent is going to do better on certain things. I'm going to ask the agent just doing like this. Can you create a Slack skill and create a rocket with a short takeoff then looping back? Okay, so I will give this task to GPT 5.1. I click new chat. I paste here. Can you use Slack skill and create a ship it rocket doing short takeoff then looping back? I send the task. I'm going to send the same for Sonnet and also sending to Kimi. Alright, they are all go on the work. Then let's see. So GPT 5.1 is started with the thinking. It start to read and also browsing the skill. It read a lot. Why there's too many read? So it reading this file, give builder.py. The second one is template move. Okay. And the third one is core. So it means it read different file in here and it's have some good reasoning. First one, you need to create a Python animation script and creating the GIF script. I think GPT 5.1 is quite interesting. It creating the entire plan in the brand before actually doing the work. Okay. It going to using, it's creating this one. So it created a plan, use code execution tool so the second prompt that I'm going to give it is to run that code and use file system to save so this is the second prompt that I'm going to give to every agent because we need to have the GIF, right? Otherwise it doesn't work. Let me give this one to GPT 5.1. Let me go into GPT. Sonnet is quite disappointing me. So it actually reading this one. Oh no. I think Sonnet is better because Sonnet is actually not stopping at the execution. It knowing that it going to create the rocket animation directly on the environment. Why GPT-5 is stopping in middle of way. It doesn't create until I explicitly tell it to do. But Sonnet is better. Okay. So let me display the GIF. It finished because cursor limit reached. I will just say continue. That is quite interesting. So as you can see, the trade log of Sonnet 4 is quite lean, but it really jump into solving the problem. It read only two files, the skill.md and the second is move.py. And then it start to execute the code directly. And then it's going to start the executing code. And then let's see, because the script is not solving. So we are looking into Claude Sonnet 4.5 and it's using the Slack skill in order to creating a GIF file. Let's see what it come back with. Claude is, sometimes it doesn't like to talk too much. I think it would just ingessing the data and trying to execute and do the work. Okay. It running different. So let's click on this one. Recreate a rocket GIF. Okay. So it generates some code and execute on the environment. It takes quite a lot. Let me change this one to 100 and let's just say continue. Okay. Okay. It even solving some bug in the environment. Now create GIF with the fixes module. Okay. Interesting. Let's go back into our part. It creating the file in here already. Can you use file system to, can you download that file to AI drive and start that? Okay. In the code execution, if you enable the file operation, then it can have ability to download the working file or maybe the result, which I was saying this is the like ship it rocket.gif in the machine of the agent into our AI drive. So it's going to download the screen. Okay. Let's see what, GPT-5 lost the files already. It decided that, okay, by not having to finding that file, it just rather run file and also looking for the file again. Okay, the recursion is also having problem. Let's increasing this one to 100. Okay, let's continue. The file is now saved to AI drive at shipItRocket.gif. So let me copy this one. Let me go into my AI drive, open AI drive. I'm going to search for this one, shipItRocket. Okay, so this one is the one that ChatGPT is creating. So let's open this one. It's looping, but it doesn't look like a rocket at all. Okay, anyway, so let's put this one next to GPT-5. So this is the result of GPT-5. So let's come into our Claude and see what guy is doing. This guy is still doing execution to looking for the code. But anyway, so just wait for him. For this one is the Kimi 2 thinking guy. So let's see. So Kimi 2 thinking is also receiving one command. It's starting with reader, browsing, read 3 times, and it's executing this one and facing some problem. But it was having an error in here. So I am assuming that this also facing the problem because we limit the recursion limit. So we can change that to 100 in here. So just click save and I click continue. Alright, so let's wait for this guy is doing. Let me come back to Slack. Sonnet 4.5. Wow, this guy is trying to do a lot of things. So as you can see, GPT 4.1 is the fastest way that creating a GIF like this one. I don't know what is the meaning of this one, but if we are imagining this one is a rocket, then yes, take off, it loop and it back, but it doesn't look like a rocket. Okay, let me put it second attempt. Can you make a better rocket? I don't see as a rocket. The movement is okay too. Close. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what this guy is doing. For this guy, it was kind of like waiting forever. I didn't anticipate that Sonnet is that bad. Like this. Maybe let me copy this one. What should I do? Sonnet's supposed to be something better, but it doesn't look like it's going to do well. Let me create a new chat on Sonnet 4.5. Let me put this prompt again. First is install the required dependency. It read only information, then it starts to create. It is quite structured approach from Claude, I think. So it's reaching to this one is quite fast, but I don't know why in a previous chat it doesn't really yelling very good understanding and respond on this part. Okay, let's wait for this guy. Come back to okay, so Kimi K2 thinking is already finished on this one, but it doesn't having the file yet. So what I need to do is I need to give it a prompt, which is the similar prompt like what I gave to GPT-5. I will put it here. I will enable the file system. I save it. You download the file to file system. It will download from file section. So it will download the shipItRocket. And what is the output? The file not found. Okay. What is the issue? Actually, it's looking for the file because the code execution is actually executed in a very secure machine. So this machine doesn't have the ability to interfering with AgenticFlow, and we only interacting with that throughout the tool that we provide to the agent to make sure that it doesn't really make something wrong. So I think this machine is also not persistent, so it can be killed if there's no operation at all. So basically, I think because we waiting it for too long before giving the next instruction, so the machine that holding the information is already released. So it means the lesson learned here is you should using or asking the agent to using the tool download from section in order to get the file out of the machine immediately after it doing something. Otherwise, it will risk to losing the information. So I think in here, Kimi is actually decide that I don't want to wait anymore. I'm going to create a new rocket. So it make the same decision like GPT 5.1. So let me come back into GPT 5.1. What is the result for now? So it is creating a new one. It's creating a new one already. There's no content. Ship rocket draw. Okay, let me search for this one. There's no file like this. Let's switch back to Kimi. Alright, Kimi is trying to creating a new one. Sometimes working with these agents is kind of like you are steering their behavior in a way that they can follow the instruction. If you don't really give the detailed instruction, they would just go on, and they try to explore different things and not having this one. So it's been up until now, only GPT 5.1, it is in here, but I don't see it. Let me refresh this one. I think I understand because my site is not refreshed yet. So let me download. So this is a second attempt. Alright, it's better, right? So this is a second attempt from GPT 5.1. So actually, it following the instruction quite well. So when I just saying like, can you use Slack skill and create a rocket with short takeoff and then looping back? Actually, it turned out to be this one. Now let me copy this one and I will paste that into our, this is not a GIF file. Let me drop that into our Discord. So this is a new icon that creating by GPT 5.1 using the Slack skill. In the meantime, I think, alright, it was stop. Okay, so I think Sonnet is also having that. Recreate that. Download it from the, and view it in AI Drive. I enable file system for it, and save. And then try again. Alright, up until now, I think only GPT 5.1 is successfully doing this task. For the other, it's quite not so good. Okay. Yeah, I think Kimi is kind of like mid-understandings one. Ship it rocket dot create. Alright, so this Kimi also creating a new ship it rocket dot give. So let me refresh this one. I think this is a new file. I think Kimi was overriding the file from ChatGPT. So this is what Kimi is providing. Okay, let me open for you. It's not even looping. It look like the first version of ChatGPT, but at least ChatGPT is going to be like looping around. But Kimi is kind of like stuck in here. So the way that it's writing is not so well, I would say. For ChatGPT, for this one is Claude. I need to wait for Claude to respond and answering this. For Kimi, what I'm going to ask Kimi to do is I'm going to ask Kimi the same with what I asking the agent. Can you make a better rocket? Also save as you need. Okay. Let's ask Kimi to make it better if it can do. Okay. Okay, so this is another one from attempt from Claude. Okay, it quite struggle, but it finally can make it. Let me having a same, also save as the new name. Alright, so while waiting, so we review again. 5.1, this is the first attempt. This is the second attempt, which is making the better rocket. Yep, I think we can obviously see that. And for Kimi, it is also having another attempt, which is the file that we see before. It just create a new file, is overriding this. It having the rocket custom. So let me refresh this page. Let me search for this one, custom.give. So this one is the second attempt from Kimi. So it is not even looping. It's like look like a trash can. It's jumping back and down. Okay, comparing to this one from ChatGPT, is look like it is just the other level. Okay, so this one is the second one is on the Kimi, and let's do one more time. Okay, so this is the second attempt from Claude. So it is actually creating a rocket with a loop. So because rocket doing a short takeoff then looping back. So actually, this is the first attempt of Claude, and this is the second attempt. So from what I understand, the current, so this one is, actually the second attempt from Claude. So that is interesting. So just to recap, so this is the result from GPT-5.1. This is the result from Claude 4.5. And this is the result from Kimi K2 thinking. So I would like to declare that GPT 5.1 is kind of like a winner in terms of like following the instruction, and actually code execution to creating this one is quite close to what we described. I think this because it's having the thinking, so it can analyzing the instruction quite clear. For Claude, I think the code execution is okay. It's a loop, but it's not following the original instruction quite well. And for Kimi, yes, I don't think it is a good one for this task. Anyway, I think that is interesting to have this experiment, so that we can kind of like see. So I think we can see this is Sonnet, and second one is the custom is Kimi, and I think the third one is the drawer. This one is on GPT 5.1. And I would like to declare this one is oops, no, let's just draw. Okay, so GPT 5.1 is actually our winner for today on this task. Anyway, so I think that's it for today. I hope that you enjoying the this one, and having the comparison of this one can help us to compare different model for which task. I think GPT 5.1 is quite good in the size and also the price. You can also try that, and given the other equivalent like Sonnet 4.5 and Kimi K2 thinking, I think this model is very cheap, which is Kimi 2 thinking. But for normal tasks, I would suggest that you can use 5.1 and you can use that in AgenticFlow. Alright, yeah, I think that's it. So thanks everyone for your time today.